ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। There is a problem here. When I try to share the screen, my laptop here freezes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Your laptop display freezes?
Yes, I'm trying to also stream it online, so the streaming freezes. So let's restart it and see what happens. So if it doesn't work, then I'll ask you to pull up database online, and we can do like that. So we are not going to enjoy this. Yeah. Yeah, you can do it in your own free time. We will listen to some descriptions from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Is that all right? Yes. Everyone is okay with Chaitanya Charitamrita? Yes. So what do you think is going to be explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita? Anyone who gives the right answer will get prasad. Yes. How did you know that? It's amazing. So yeah, we are going to discuss some of the activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Before he took sannyas?
What do you want?
I'm just asking.
Maybe not. Maybe we'll discuss about after he takes sannyas. So here we are. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol. Nice. So, yeah, during the course of my presentation, I will ask you, look for certain verses. The two books that we are looking at, one is the Srimad Bhagavatam. So you'll have to be ready with Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter. And the other book is Chaitanya Charitamrit, Madhya Leela, 7th chapter. Okay? So maybe 2 tabs. Sri Radhe. There we go.
Tomorrow. First day of March.
Yeah, according to the South Indian Panchang.
Yes.
According to Gaudiya Panchang, Margari has already started. 15 days ago. Yeah. Because Kartik was over on Kartik Purnima. Yeah. No, we have. Yes. South India, typically they follow that. It's Purnima to Purnima. For Andhra is Amavasya Jamavasya.
So in the Gaudiya calendar also it's Margasisha.
Follow that one. They are like Damodar, Vaishnava. They are different ones.
No, same.
Months are different.
There's a name, sir.
Names.
Names.
The Panchang is the same.
Same.
Yeah. I think Margashir should be Rishikesh or something. What is it?
Keshava.
Keshava Mas.
It's already running Keshava.
Yeah, it's 15 days.
15 days.
The month ends with Purnima.
15. Oh, God. No, I'm not just.
Today would be Amavasya, tomorrow would be Amavasya.
Gaura Paksha.
Gaura Paksha is
Now it's
the waxing moon. So waxing moon would end with Purnima, right?
Yeah, Gaura Paksha would end with Gaura.
Yeah.
Because I just did finished my Kriya, like, Karpana just recently, so that's how I know.
Right. So all right, Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki Jai. So this is what I'm looking at. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Anyone wants to challenge that here? No one wants to challenge that. So we accept Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the Supreme Lord. However, he has appeared to display the duties and emotions of a devotee. So he has come in the form of a devotee. Right? So how does he come in the form of a devotee? So Krishna, he quick dials Radharani and says that I need your help. So Radharani says that, all right, special offer. Special offer is that if you are going to appear as a devotee, then I will cover up your form with my form. So typically the word is Kanti. Kanti means your aura will be covered over my aura. The reason is that a devotee is a little eccentric. Have you seen devotees how eccentric they are? They're like, no onion, no garlic. That's very eccentric, isn't it?
eccentric. I thought you meant me dancing like a bad person or something. That kind of.
Oh no, that means they are a little crazy. So they are eccentric and crazy both.
That's the next level.
Yeah. Once Nityanand Prabhu went to give some understanding to Jagai and Madhai. So they chased him. And Haridas Thakur was also being chased by them. So later on, Haridas Thakur is talking to Advaita Acharya, a friend. And he says, this is what happened. I go with Nityananda Prabhu and I practically have to put my life on the line. So he says, what do you expect? He's a madman. So Nityananda Prabhu, he becomes very concerned. He overhears Advaita Acharya say that. So he says, why do you call me a madman? Your master is a madman. So is the master of Advaita Acharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says, have you ever heard anyone say that go and give love of God to all? Who says that? Only a madman. So now because he is given the order, we also go and approach everyone. So Advaita Acharya says, I think that just by your glance on them, they are very soon going to be devotees. Haridas Thakur also says, I think so. So this is what madmen do. They make others fall in love with Krishna and then everyone becomes maddened by Krishna's love. Well, or they become mad after prasad. It's one and the same thing. Some kind of madness has to be there.
Degrees of madness.
There's just one form of madness presently. It's about what prasad is there. And kirtan, yeah. So anyways, Mahaprabhu is Sri Krishna himself, who has the mood of Srimati Radharani. So he expresses that mood of a devotee to its extreme, like very, very involved in his devotional expression after his return from a place called as Gaya. So he's been to Gaya, and there he gets instruction from his instructing and initiating spiritual master, Ishwarapuri Maharaj. Ishwarapuri Maharaj says that, I bless you that the holy names totally offer their benediction to you. So when he comes back as a person who does not know anything else except the holy names. So if anyone asks him, are you going home, Nimai? So he'd say, Hari. So will you be coming to school today, Nimai? He'd say, Hari. So for everything, he would just have the answer as the holy names. And when the devotees saw him always chanting the holy names, then the devotees were very excited. So they started having Sankirtan every day. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes sannyas and he goes to Jagannath Puri. So in Jagannath Puri he meets a gentleman. This is Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya. This is the first person he meets in Jagannath Puri, other than Lord Jagannath. So when he meets Lord Jagannath is so happy, he says, "Hello." Chaitanya Mahaprabhu falls unconscious. So how does Lord Jagannath say hello, do you know? White smile. When we go, he says hello, we don't hear it. But Mahaprabhu, when he saw the beautiful transcendental form of Lord Jagannath with his big eyes and smile, he falls unconscious. Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, he enters Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life there. Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, he tries to instruct Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives his mercy to him. Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya becomes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's disciple. So all of this happened very quickly. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took sannyas, then he came to Jagannath Puri. It took him about a month to come to Jagannath Puri. So that was when Lord Jagannath was having his festivals. So he saw that festival and he met with Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya. Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya was a logician. Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, you know what is a logician?
Yes.
How do you know what is a logician? Are you a logician? And who is a logician?
Studied Nyaya Shastra, expert in Nyaya.
Logically, that doesn't make sense.
Huh?
If you know who's a logician, then you're a logician.
Okay. That's good logic, I guess. Or maybe I should say that is good logic tech. This is again frozen. Anyways.
So who was Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya?
He's a logician. So I just wanted to see if you know what is a logician, otherwise I would have to explain who's a logician. So since all of you are aware, you're into IT, Logitech.
But some more details about him? About Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya?
You can connect with him on Facebook. See, he has a page. Like ping him, So, yes, Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya was his father's name was Maheshwar Visharada. He was a big time scholar. Maheshwar Visharada. Therefore they called him Visharada. Expert. Maheshwar Visharada used to live in Vidyanagar, which is on the banks of the Ganga, close to Navadvip. So Navadvip and Vidyanagar were two epicenters of Jnana. Yes? University towns, basically. Topmost university towns. So his brother, there were two brothers. One was Sarvabhaum and the other was Vidyavachaspati. So Vidyavachaspati went to Varanasi to seek knowledge. Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya also went with him. Vidyavachaspati stayed back in Varanasi. Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya came back to Navadvip and opened his own school. Varanasi was very, very popular because of the 6 branches of knowledge. Varanasi was a seat of one branch. It wasn't available anywhere else. So that branch was Nyaya. So Sarvabhaum went there and he learned everything. He asked him, "Can I photocopy all of this?" They said no. So he photocopied it in his brain. He memorized everything, just as Quraysh did. Quraysh, they had gone to Sharada Peeth,
Ramanujacharya.
Ramanujacharya and Quraysh. So there they had, I forget which Shruti it was. And Quraysh memorized it completely. Photographic memory. So SanRamon did that. SanRamon Bhattacharya. Photographic memory. So, then SanRamon thought that I need to have royal patronage. To run a school, you need funds, isn't it?
Yes.
So he said that if I have royal patronage, it would be helpful. So he comes to Jagannath Puri. So at that time, the king of Jagannath Puri would live in Cuttack. There they have a huge fort. What is it called as? Bar something. Right now I'm not able to remember it. Barabanki, no. Something like that. And the king would also have a royal palace in Puri. So the king, he was so impressed with SanRamon Bhattacharya because after SanRamon Bhattacharya learned Nyaya, he became the go-to person for those who wanted to specialize in the 6 branches of knowledge. So he became very popular. In fact, consider that he was the only person that was very good in a subject equivalent to nuclear physics or something like that, or space physics, space dynamics,
Quantum mechanics.
quantum, yeah. So the only person. So everyone wanted to have him as their guide for their theses. So SanRamon Bhattacharya would confer that on them. So according to the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is explained as he would confer the sannyas title on people. He was so capable. And if some sannyasi belonged to, let us say, a B grade school, then if they came to him, he would train them to the A grade school of sannyas. It's like, from community college, if someone has graduated, then he would say, all right, you come to me and I would give you a certificate equivalent to the Ivy League. Princeton, Harvard, etc., Oxford, like that. So that was SanRamon Bhattacharya. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meets him. SanRamon Bhattacharya, he's used to young people, young sannyasis coming to him. So he thought that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also a graduate of a community college. But he liked him. Somehow people who are who have a very sharp mind, if they take a liking to you, they take a liking to you. It's as if they see something in you. They're like, I think there's a good potential in this person. They have that vision. So SanRamon Bhattacharya, when he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and saw him unconscious in the temple of Lord Jagannath, he immediately felt a liking for him. He said that this is a very good candidate. So he wanted to teach him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu convinced him that he knows better after some time. SanRamon Bhattacharya was convinced. It's like, the way you are explaining philosophy to me, in my understanding, and I have a lot of social connect. In my understanding, there's no one in the entire universe who can do that. It's not possible. So I think you are the Supreme Personality of God. No, I just don't think. I'm convinced that it is Supreme Lord. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reveals his form as the Supreme Lord. It is called as a Shadbhuj form. So after that, SanRamon Bhattacharya, he becomes a devotee.
That's the Shadbhuj form that's still worshipped in Bengal, some places.
Yeah. Yes. So Shadbhuja form is a form where he reveals himself as a sannyasi, as the warrior prince, and as the supreme king. So the king is Lord Ramachandra, the warrior prince is Krishna, and the sannyasi is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he reveals himself in these three forms. As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Rama, Lord Krishna. So that is it. Shadabhuj form. Bhuja means arms. Shadabhuja, 6 arms. So 2 arms are the arms of sannyasi. So what are the symbols they carry? Kamandalo, danda. Yes, a sannyasi's water pot and a sannyasi's danda. Alright? The staff. Then Lord Ramachandra, 2 arms, what do they carry?
Kodanda.
Yeah, the Kodanda and the Bana. Arrows and the bow of Lord Ram. And as Krishna, what does he have? Krishna. So he has the flute. Alright? Or let us say not the warrior prince, we can say the cowherd boy. Maybe that is why you got confused. Cowherd boy and the king and the sannyasi. Now, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has become a darling of SanRamon Bhattacharya. Because a man with such intellectual acumen, and that man falls for someone, can you imagine the intensity of emotion that will be there? So he was intensely attached to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But then, he wasn't the first one to be like that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had come with Nityanand Prabhu, he had come with Mukunda and Damodar, and there was Jagdananda, 4 companions who had accompanied him from Navadvip to Jagannath Puri. So they were already Lord Chaitanya's close team. And there was another person that was in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's favorite list, who was from Jagannath Puri. He happened to be the brother-in-law of SanRamon Bhattacharya. His name is Gopinath Acharya. So SanRamon Bhattacharya felt himself like, okay, I'm in the outer rings of this solar system. Yeah. So he really wanted to, take as much association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I want to tour South India. What does Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say? I want to tour South India. And it's just been a couple of months. SanRamon Bhattacharya has just started feeling that intense affection for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now the 4 devotees that have come with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are already like, no. And SanRamon Bhattacharya is like, why? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, because I'm God. Because I would like to go there. My brother Vishwarup, he took sannyas, and I've heard that he's somewhere in South India, or maybe I've heard that he's taken samadhi in South India. So I wish to go and at least pay my last respects there. So now, they couldn't say anything much because this seemed to be a cause for which no one could stop him. They were not very much sure whether it was legitimate, but it is like very emotional, isn't it? My brother. So what can you do? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew that these are emotional people. So he touched their emotional side. So Nityanand Prabhu says, my dear Lord, you are a simpleton. You have not seen the world. And after you become a sannyasi, you've gone crazy. I am also crazy, but I am not a sannyasi. You are a sannyasi. You already have limitations, and on top of that, you are mad in love of Krishna. Now, people will cheat you. Thieves and robbers, they will come and mug you. They will cause harm to you. I think you should not go alone. It's not good for you. Trust me. I have traveled all over India. And I also know most of the places, and I know people there. I have contacts. I think I should come with you. And I know. It's not that, I feel that I have a special status here. One or two other devotees also can come along. So I think 2 or 3 devotees should accompany you. Now, who are the 2 or 3 devotees? There are just 4 of them. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, one of you? I don't think so. Each of you is unqualified to be with me. Nityananda. After taking sannyas, I immediately wanted to come to Jagannath Puri. I wanted to go to Vrindavan actually. I wanted to go to Vrindavan. I asked you, is this the way to Vrindavan? You said, yes, this is the only way to, this is the way. I have been places, I have seen places. I know Vrindavan like the back of my hand. With closed eyes I can travel to Vrindavan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you convinced me with your first statement, you don't have to give. Come, let us go to Vrindavan. And at one point of time he sees Advaita Acharya. He's like, Advaita Acharya, I'm so happy. You have come to Vrindavan? Advaita Acharya said, my dear Lord, this is Shantipur. He's like, since when Vrindavan got renamed as Shantipur? He says, no. You are not in Vrindavan. This is Shantipur, close to Navadvip. He says, Nityananda. Nityananda said, my dear Lord, you see, at Prayag, when Ganga and Yamuna come together, the west side is the Ganga, the eastern side is the Yamuna. So we are on the eastern side, the eastern bank now. So technically, this is Ganga. Sorry, Yamuna. This is Yamuna. So on the east is a Yamuna, so technically we are there. And wherever your lotus feet is there, that is Vrindavan. No? You ask scriptures, and scriptures all appeared there and said, that is true. We vouch that wherever the lotus feet of Lord Krishna is there, that is Vrindavan. What can Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say? Scriptures are wrong. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu couldn't say anything. He said, this is what you do. So I'm not going to trust you again. I'm not sure whether you take me on the tour of South India to where my brother is. So you are not coming. So Nityananda Prabhu was like, why did I take the name of 2 or 3 other devotees? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Mukunda, since the time I've taken sannyas, he always has a sullen face. He's not happy. Because he's been my childhood friend. He always likes to see me in comfort. And when he sees me sleeping on the floor, living the austere life of a sannyasi, all the oceans have dried up and they're filled up with his tears. That is how much he cries. I don't want a cry baby with me. If he comes with me, I look at him and he's like, will he take care of me or should I be taking care of him? So then I don't think so he can come with me. And Jagadananda is fit to be a boss in Silicon Valley. The CEO. He even gives me the pink slip. You're out. You're not good to be a sannyasi because it is not good for you. And I think, you should eat proper food. Proper food means pizza, samosa. You know how they eat at ISKCON temple? That kind of food you should eat. You know how devotees have a complete plate of just sweets, complete plate of just, what is it called as? Savories. And the third plate of something else. And they're like, this is prasad. Mercy of Lord Krishna. That is what you should be eating. I don't think today I have removed you from the post of sannyas. You are not a sannyasi. Alright? You are simply what I tell you to be. So sit, eat. And what is this? After taking sannyas, you just have a shikha. You have such nice hair. Let me regrow your hair. So I'll give you nice oil. That is Jagadananda. He says, he doesn't understand I'm a sannyasi now. He cannot accept that I'm a sannyasi now. Do you know if he comes on the tour, every day he's going to, enough. I gave you one more day for sannyas. Now you should put an end to it. I don't want that to happen. And Damodar is actually a brahmachari. I am a sannyasi. But Damodar, if he sees me sometimes talking to someone like, Hare Krishna, is everything already said? You're a sannyasi. You should be strict in your behavior. This is not how sannyasis talk. I'm concerned. If somebody overhears you talking like that, how are you? Do you think a sannyasi should be asking, how are you? A sannyasi should be telling them, you are in Maya. Give up your attachments. Be strict, be austere. That is what a sannyasi. People hear you talk like, how are you? Is everything all right? They'll think that you're a mundane person. You have to think about your reputation. Damodar is so much concerned about my reputation as a sannyasi that sometimes I do not go off to sleep because I think he'll come and chastise me. Is this way to sleep? You know how a sannyasi should sleep? So if I'm on a tour and then I'm meeting people, he'll always be there chastising me. I don't think so. So that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu finds faults in his devotees because this is according to certain alankars, poetry. One of the ways of glorification is that you glorify them by pointing out certain negativities, which is actually a glorification. Yeah. Like sometimes if you want to glorify the sun, you say, this is so bright that it practically blinds you. Now being blinded is negative. But then the sun's luminosity has been glorified here. Isn't it? You know, it's a very cold day and you come in and you're like, this feels hot like an oven. But then you're happy it's hot like an oven because you come from the cold. Isn't it? Yeah. So, that is one of the ways of glorification. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was using that technique to glorify his devotees. But long story short, none of them is going on the South India tour. Nityananda Prabhu says, my dear Lord, you're a sannyasi and you're an absent-minded sannyasi. you need some change of clothes, at least 2 to 4 pairs. Bahirvas, Antarvas, a loin cloth, sannyasi's dress. You need, one hand will be carrying your staff, the other hand will be carrying your kamandalu. But your nature is that you chant with the holy names and at the same time you count on your fingers like this. You don't have 4 hands, my dear Lord. At least not now. You just have 2 hands. How are you going to be canting and how are you going to be chanting? And if you're going to chant and if you're going to count, what will happen to your kamandalu and stick, staff? So I think you should take at least one assistant with you. This is a person that I know very well. His name is Krishnadas. We call him Kala Krishnadas. He will accompany you. And I promise you, he will mind his own business. Yes. He is a very quiet person and he'll leave you, he'll give you sufficient space. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was happy with that. He said, okay. So he goes to Sarvam Bhattacharya and tells him, Sarvam Bhattacharya, sir, I have to go on the South India tour. Sarvam Bhattacharya practically has a heart attack. Practically, not really. He said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like, breathe, Hare, breathe, Hare Krishna, breathe out, Hare Krishna, breathe in Krishna, Krishna, breathe out, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya does that, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So when Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya does that, the holy names protect him. So now he is ready to hear that Lord Chaitanya is going on the South India tour. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tricked him. He gave him the antidote for the shock, the holy names. So now since he has the antidote, he can no longer fall unconscious or be in shock. So he is going to shock, but somehow the other is not able to go into shock. That is a strange situation. He is in limbo. So he says, my dear Lord, if you have to go, you are the independent Supreme Lord who can stop you. But please stay here for 4 or 5 days. Give me at least some concession. Stay here with me and at least for 4 or 5 days, give me some time to prepare myself. And 24/7 you are with me. Nobody else. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lives with Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya for about 5 days. And then on the 6th day he says, now please give me permission. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he cannot say anything else. He cannot stop the Lord. So they go to Lord Jagannath's temple to take darshan. The priest sees him and brings a garland for him and also prasad for him. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu receives the garland of Lord Jagannath, he acknowledges that Lord Jagannath is giving him permission to go on the tour of South India. So he's very happy. Gopinath Acharya is also there. Sarvam Bhattacharya calls him, takes him to the side and tells him, you please accompany him. Take some prasad with you for him. Jagannath's prasad. Take some extra cloth with him. Take an assistant with you and accompany him. So Gopinath Acharya also comes along. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bids farewell to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Now this is where I would like you to pull up this verse. This is from Madhya Leela, chapter 7, verse number 73, I think. Can we go to Madhya Leela? Chaitanya Charitamrita? Yes, perfect. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, can we go to 72? It's as if he already read my mind. How did you know that? That was quick. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bids farewell to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, alright? You have to focus here. It's not there. As of yet, we have not reached there. So he leaves, along with Nityanand Prabhu, Damodar, Jagadananda, Mukunda, Gopinath Acharya, Kala Krishna Das, and hordes of other devotees. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya cannot leave with him because he has been appointed by the king as the state guru, the Raja Guru. And he has to overlook the daily functioning of the Jagannath temple. It's like everyone is going for Rath Yatra to Los Angeles except you, because you have to take care of the Pujari service. Something like that. So he has to stay behind. Lord Chaitanya goes forward without even looking back. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya has fallen down unconscious. It seems as if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is unaware of it. And that is where Kaviraj Goswami says, Mahanubhavera chittera svabhava eihoya pushpa samakomala kothina vajramoya. This is the nature of the mind of an uncommon personality. Mahanubhav has been translated as uncommon. A Mahanubhav also can be translated as extraordinary. So now you understand uncommon, extraordinary. You don't find these characteristics in any other person except a Mahanubhav. So that is what it means by the word uncommon. Alright? Sometimes their mind is soft like a flower, and sometimes it is hard like a thunderbolt. And text 73. So this is from the scripture. Can we go up? Slightly, yeah. Uttara Ramacharita. This is the quote from that scripture. Uttara Ramacharita. Vajradapi kathorani. You can also repeat. Mriduni kusumadapi. Lokottaranam chetamsi. Kono vignatum ishvaraha. Kono vignatum ishvaraha. Who can understand the workings of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Ishvara? Kono vignata. That it's very difficult. Yes. So, translation is, how can one accommodate such contradictions in great personalities? How to accommodate, basically it means that short circuit. Our analytical brain will not be able to comprehend it. What is it? The hearts of those above common behavior, Lokottarana, Lokottara. Alright? Lokottara means those who are beyond the behavior of the common people. Alright? Common man. Lokottaranam chetansi. Their consciousness. Their consciousness is transcendental to the commonly perceived conscious actions. And how is that? Sometimes their heart is harder than a thunderbolt, and sometimes it is softer than a flower. Like extremes. Yes? So this is the nature of such personalities. Sometimes they are very harsh. Very, very harsh. And sometimes they are so soft in their dealings. It's like everyone simply melts. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu simply walked off, and he can hear people whisper, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. You know, he's fallen down, unconscious. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just keeps walking ahead. And because he's walking ahead, no one can stop. Nityanand cannot stop, all the devotees. Everyone is following him. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is left behind with his assistants. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then goes to Alarnath temple. There he sees the beautiful form of Lord Alarnath. Spends an evening there, an entire day there, and the next day he sends all the devotees back and travels ahead just with Kala Krishna Das. And when he is traveling ahead just with Kala Krishna Das, Nityanand Prabhu, Mukunda, Jagadananda, Damodar, everyone without exception has fallen down unconscious. The other devotees who are there from the nearby places, they have also fallen down unconscious. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just keeps walking on. Kala Krishna Das is walking ahead and he sees people falling like a boom, boom. And he's like, what's happening? What's happening? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is just walking. This is his first time experience. Like, this is what I'm going to be seeing on this tour. This gentleman just keeps on walking. I have to just follow him. Kala Krishna Das is concerned about whether they are well or not. At the same time, he feels fortunate that he is still running behind Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he's like, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. He's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
I'm going, you're not going, I'm going, you're not going.
Well, if you're done, he's like, I'm going. That's it. Because he's a very simple-hearted person. He does not understand competition at all. Yeah, that is why Nityananda Prabhu suggested his name. You just tell him, come, he'll come. You just tell him, stop, he'll stop. He doesn't think beyond that. So he's like, okay. I'm still walking. So anyone who has to stay behind is not able to tolerate the separation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If you want to take it symbolically, it is like, every time you put your bead bag away, you should fall unconscious. Oh my God. Symbolically, every time you feel like, okay, today's my sadhana is done, you should feel like, oh my God, now my holy names are going away and fall down unconscious. Or you can be Kala Krishna Das and run along with the holy names. Alright. So Kala Krishna Das accompanies Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to take a long tour of South India, down the west coast, southern tip, up the east coast, down the east coast, southern tip, up the west coast. They come to a place called as Mallaradesh. And then they visit a few other places from Mallaradesh. And there is a temple of Lord Ramachandra. They take darshan there and they're taking rest. There they happen to meet a community of sannyasis. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has his tent put up separately. The sannyasis, their community, has their camp a little distance away. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has studied them from a distance and he wants to maintain his distance